Hey guys, welcome to my first episode of Cooking with Shy. And on today's episode, we're going to be doing a seafood boil, and this will be a little spicy. And I'm just trying to get my camera into focus. As you can see, we're going to be using some crushed red pepper flakes. And next, we're going to use our pink Himalayan salt. And then some cayenne pepper, some black pepper, chili powder, and smoked paprika. Then we have our Worcestershire sauce, our Crystal's hot sauce, or whatever hot sauce of your choice, and another hot sauce with a little garlic. It's really good, guys. And then we also have some fresh minced garlic, some Old Bay seasoning, yellow onion or any onion that you like, brown sugar, and then lastly, we have our cup of butter unsalted. So next, guys, with that cup of unsalted butter, here you see I'm just broke it into pieces, or in halves, I should say, and I'm just going to let this melt down. Make sure your heat is on medium low. So just make sure your pan is on medium low and let this melt, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, and I meant to also state that you want to have your potatoes already boiling in a separate pot. This way, when it becomes time to put it inside of the boil, your potatoes are halfway cooked through, since they do take quite a bit. So just pre-boil your potatoes on the side while your butter is also melting. All right, guys, so now we're back. Our butter has melted evenly. So now we're going to add in 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. And what you're going to want to do next is just evenly distribute the brown sugar throughout the butter and just swirl that around for a few seconds, as you can see I'm doing here. And so after you swirled that around for a few seconds, next, we're going to start adding in our seasonings. Our first will be our chili powder. And guys, some of your seasonings may take a while to come out. Like after a while, I literally just started shaking the seasoning inside of the pan and also just removing the cap and then sprinkling some onto my spoon to just make it a lot easier, because I'm like, look, we don't have all day. So you pour that in there, and then you're just going to want to do the same thing. Make sure you distribute your seasoning throughout the butter again. And you're kind of going to want to do that throughout the entire process, just to make sure everything's blended well. Then we're adding in our black pepper. And so with that, I just sprinkle. And guys, it's very important to not over season, because you don't want to have to start from scratch. So just start off with doing 1 tablespoon of your seasonings, and then you can always build up if it needs more flavor or if it's not quite to your liking. But start with 1 tablespoon of your seasonings first, and then just stir that in again. And I'm just repeating that process. So next we have our smoked paprika. So I'm also going to do the same thing here. You're going to see 1 tablespoon and placing that into the sauce as well. And as I stated, some of these seasonings may take a minute to come out when it comes to dealing with some of your peppers. And just place it on in. And then we're going to give that a swirl as well. And just for a few seconds, you can see I'm kind of breaking up the paprika. Some of it was a little clumped in spots, so I just wanted to make sure I had it broken down evenly within my pan. And then next, we're adding in our cayenne pepper. So as I stated, guys, this is a bit spicy. For those of you that don't like a lot of spice, maybe use a little bit of peppers or pepper seasoning. This way it's not too spicy for you, but I like my spice. And then also when I added in my seafood, it was actually really good and not too much. So we're just swirling that around again here. And then our pink salt. I really like pink salt, guys. I think it's a lot better than just regular white salt, but feel free to use your own preference. And I just sprinkle a little bit of that in there as well. As I stated, guys, you don't want to use too much. And then our crushed red pepper flakes. Also going to just shake that right on in there. Add however much or however little you prefer. And remember, you can always build up on the flavor. So it's very important that once you add in all of your sauce or seasonings to really taste it as well. So then we're going to shake in also some of our Old Bay seasoning. And for this, I wind up adding in about 3 to 4 spoons, which I wind up doing that because I really wanted to get more of that seafood taste and seasoning into my food. So as I stated, add to your preference and your liking. And I'm just going to add that on in and swirl it around. All right, so we swirl that for a few. Then we're going to add in that cup of yellow onion or any onion that you have, whatever you have in your household at the time. Feel free to use that as well. And just swirl that in for a while because we do kind of want to soften up the onions a little bit and really let all of those flavors really soak in together. So I'm telling you guys, this sauce was so amazing. And then we have our Worcestershire sauce. So for this one here, I'm actually going to add in 2 tablespoons. And so it was a brand new bottle. As you can see, I'm just trying to open it up off to the side. And then I'm just going to pour in my 2 tablespoons of that. And now that that's in there, again, we're going to add in our hot sauce. This one already has garlic in it, and I love garlic on my seafood. So I'm just giving a few splashes into that. And then we're adding in our other Crystal's hot sauce. This one doesn't have any garlic. So as you guys can pretty much tell, this is going to have a good amount of heat. And then this is our minced garlic. I realized that I didn't quite have that in focus there. So it's fresh minced garlic. You're just going to add in about 2 tablespoons of that as well. And then you're just going to continue to mix and let all of those flavors come together. It smells really good, guys. And I know this is going to be a sauce that you'll like. So definitely leave your comments below in the description box and give your honest feedback, guys, because I'm always looking for ways to improve or to just hear how other people enjoyed the recipe. Or if you didn't enjoy the recipe, that's very fun as well too, guys. So yep, just feel free to talk to me in the comment section. And this one here, it actually wasn't something on the ingredients that I chose to do, but I decided to add another little kick, a little secret surprise, and add in the seafood boil. Now, just a little cap full of that. I didn't want to make it overly salty, as I stated before. So I added in a little cap of that as well and blended that right on in. And then also some fresh squeezed lemon. So I just took 2 lemons and cut them into halves and just squeezed that right on in. Now, don't throw your lemons right away into the trash because if you like the lemony taste onto your seafood, you can use those same lemons that you squeeze into the seasoning or the sauce and put that right on into your seafood boil bags as well, which you'll see a little later on also. But this, you just squeeze in some of that lemon and just continue to blend, guys. And you want to let this simmer again on medium to low heat. And just continue to stir to make sure everything's distributed evenly together. And I want to say let this simmer for about 5 to 6 minutes. Like I said, to continue to stir and make sure all of those seasonings are blended well together, guys. So as you can see here, I'm just going to continue to do that process. And also, guys, make sure that you already have your oven preheated to at least 350 degrees for about 30 to 40 minutes. And I'm just letting my sauce still simmer. This is when all of those seasonings and sauces have all been added together. And as you can see, guys, this is going to be really good with a nice little punch of heat. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to try. All right, guys, so now that sauce is smelling really good. As you can see here, it's all done. And these, guys, are my 2 seafood boil bags. We got broccoli, we got the potatoes, we boiled some snow crabs and shrimp. Just pour that sauce right on into the bags. All right, guys, so now that our sauce is poured into the bags, what you're going to want to do is just evenly distribute it throughout the bag. So feel free to just get ready to shake, 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 because you want to make sure that all of the seafood is evenly coated. You don't want to have half of your bag with sauce, the other half is still feeling a little dry or with no flavor at all. So thoroughly shake those bags, guys. And then all that you'll see me do here is kind of give the bags a twirl to be able to keep them in place, so that way all of this flavor stays inside the bags. And I do that with both of my bags, guys, and just giving you a little preview again as to what's in there. Oh, and also have a good metal pan. I just got one from the dollar store, just in case any of the crabs poke through the bag. None of those juices will be lost and will not be all over your oven, because nobody got time to be cleaning all of that mess up. And so again, your oven should already be preheated. We're just going to pop this right on in for about 30 to 40 minutes and we'll be back. All right, guys, and look how good this looks, guys. And all of that sauce has been evenly distributed. I'm just pouring some on top again. But trust, there is more than enough sauce. So this bag was bomb. It was really good, just enough heat for my liking. So I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. Feel free to hit that notification bell and let your girl know if you liked the recipe, if you didn't like it, what you guys would like to see on this channel next. And just stay tuned. This was really fun to do, and I can't wait to do another one for you guys. Bye.